So since TikTok has been giving me a lot of issues, it does this weird thing where I am recording a video, I'll stop thinking I'm going into editing it, but then it just like disappears as if I just did nothing at all. I'm not sure what exactly is the reasoning for that, so until then I'm recording it this way, off my own phone, which thus means no green screen, but here I am talking about Ava, and Ava is a movie that released in 2020. Of course, it starred Jessica Chastain, who is someone I really deeply love and adore in and outside of film. I'll go as far as to say as I think before the day is done, as she gets further into her career, she'll really develop into probably the best, not just actress of our time, but actor of our time. I really do see that within her, and she's already given some of the very best performances I've ever seen. She's one of my favorites, bar none, in the industry today. It was just her birthday not too long ago too, so I got me to rewatch Ava. Now, Ava is a film I liked when it came out, but I'll be honest, I was not over the moon about it necessarily. So I was curious to rewatch it. Of course, it's, it has your, cliche, aspects to it if you've seen any, genre film like this before. It's the killer, the spy, the assassin who is trying to mend her broken family life, essentially. But of course, there's a certain, people or what that just won't quite let her go. So it's that sort of thing. You have John Malkovich as well as Colin Farrell in here, and Common. John Malkovich plays sort of her handler and mentor, as well as the same to Colin Farrell. And when essentially Ava is deemed like too dangerous, or too reckless to keep in the loop of the corporation or whatever you want to call it, they're all involved in. Colin Farrell thinks it's best to finally put her down, and John Malkovich is kind of caught in the middle, I've seen some people say, oh, it felt like a TV movie because of the family dynamics and everything, or like a pilot or something. I would have loved that. Okay, I would have loved to have seen this turn into a series like that. It would have been interesting because I would have loved this film to have gotten a sequel or like a HBO Max series follow-up or something. But granted, this film does end on a particular note, which you can interpret in a couple different ways. So I think it's fine on that end, but I really, really love this film at this point. My fondness for it has grown. It was directed by Tate Taylor, who also directed Jessica Chastain in The Help. I'm a die-hard action movie fan, if you guys haven't seen enough of that on TikTok. I've seen some of my community, though, complain, oh, it was a lot of shaky cam and weird cuts and everything. Maybe I'm just easier to please than you, or maybe my opinion's just wrong because I liked it. But I really do think this was a nicely shot film with its action and in general. I thought the choreography was very well executed and nicely directed itself. Jessica Chastain clearly did at least some of her own stunts and some of her own work with that. And you can tell, like, especially in a scene where she's like running in a park at night, like her shoulders, man, she put in some training for it. But yeah, I really do love and adore this film at this point. I think we also have Gina Davis here, by the way, playing Jessica Chastain's mother, who's a bit irritating initially, but then there's a scene, a really, really well acted scene between the two in the later part of the movie that kind of humanizes both sides to their history together. Although we're still firmly with Ava on that. But yeah, I think it works it all together pretty nicely into like a culmination of when this film takes place. Certainly the best fight scene in the film is the inevitable showdown between Jessica Chastain and Colin Farrell. But there's also that great scene I also referenced in the park setting as well, and a really great shootout sequence, I think, with Jessica Chastain, or Ava, on one of her more regular jobs per se, towards the beginning with her in a long brunette wig and everything. But yeah, this film, it has a lot of heart. It's very gritty. It's fairly unapologetic as well. It's decently violent. it's slick. It also has like a really like a synergy with its score as well. I really like the music to it. It's gotten into my head a bit. But yeah, it's a shame this film was not more successful because I really do love it at this point. I think it's actually pretty awesome. I really, again, I feel like a broken record, but I love it. So yeah, please give this one a fair shake if you haven't. It's probably one of my very favorite Jessica Chastain films at this point. I think one of the best action films in a long time. So yeah, please check it out. There's a lot to interpret, and it does have a pretty brisk pacing. I think it could have been longer, but it's not even an hour 40 minutes, so I think that works to its benefit as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, what have you, TikTok of course.